What are they missing?
Some people should not own stocks at all because they just get too upset with price fluctuations. If you're going to do dumb things because your stock goes down, you shouldn't own a stock at all. No, I mean,
what are dumb things? Selling a stock?
Yeah, selling a stock because it goes down. I mean, if you buy your house at $20,000 and somebody comes along next day and says, "I'll pay you 15," you don't sell it because the quote's 15. You look at the house or whatever it may be. But some people are not actually emotionally or psychologically fit to own stocks. But I think more of them would be if you get educated on what you're really buying, which is part of a business. And the longer you hold stocks, the less risky they become.
I don't think wealth and genetics have anything to do with each other. Now, I was born in Memphis, Tennessee. I had a long haul from where I came from to here, but here we are.
Right.
So the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and here we sit at the dining table.
But it's hard to, when you say that to some people, because they say, "Oh, there you go with a pull yourself up by the bootstraps thing, and you're just being respectable." Not everybody can do that.
Well, everybody can. Courage is the key to life itself. There are a lot of people who are born in situations that say, "I'll never get out of this," so they won't. I say to people who say, "Well, I would like to have done so and so and so." So you could have done it. So, "Well, I couldn't get out of here." Man, the bus runs every day.
What will happen if you're successful and you won't see it coming? You'll wake up one day and say, "Oh my goodness, I'm wealthy beyond my wildest dreams." You'll probably go right back to work, but the point is you created something of tremendous value, and the way it manifests itself to you later in life is it gives you freedom to do whatever you want. My number one message to entrepreneurs, and I teach today, is never pursue entrepreneurship for the greed of money. It has nothing to do with it at all. The whole reason to be an entrepreneur is the pursuit of freedom. That's why you do it. You do it because you want to be free one day to do whatever you like.
You should have gold and you should have silver. You should have museum quality artwork and real estate. Income producing real estate. Like you have anything that's been new in the last 20 years will be gone in 20 years. What's going to survive is old. So everybody thinks, well, technology is going to make it. What survives is old. It's the reason gold and silver will survive is because it's old. Is the bigger something gets, i.e. our banks, the more fragile. And the companies that will survive are like our companies because we're small. So you're working for a big company like Google, you might be safe today, but you might be gone tomorrow. Whereas you're a little startup, you might have a better chance. I'm not saying what it is, but there's something everybody can do. Like I said, everybody can buy a $20 silver piece. Everybody can afford $20. Will they do it? No. They'll be at Starbucks sucking it down instead.
This guy Darius is out here with this, I can't even call it disability. I'm looking at a kid that has no legs, no full functioning arms or hands. And I watched him watch YouTube, teach himself how to play a piano, get invited to Carnegie Hall. This kid really inspired me today because, I mean, if you look at somebody like that, and he says he wants to be an inspiration, I mean, for us to create an excuse for anything, it's unacceptable. It's really, really unacceptable. Why would you not go for it? Why would you not take a chance? At one point in time, you got to take a chance on you.
He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. The first step before anybody else in the world believes it is you have to believe it. Being realistic is the most commonly traveled road to mediocrity. Why would you be realistic? What's the point of being realistic? I'm going to do it. It's done. It's already done. The second I decide it's done, it's already done. So now we just got to wait for y'all to see.
Well, I mean, Tesla really faced a severe threat of death due to the Model 3 production ramp. Essentially, the company was bleeding money like crazy, and just if we didn't solve these problems in a very short period of time, we would die. And it was extremely difficult to solve them.
How close to death did you come?
We were within single-digit weeks.
22 hours a day, or like how many hours?
I was working, so 7 days a week, sleeping in the factory. I worked in the paint shop, general assembly, body shop. No one should put this many hours into work. This is not good. And people should not work this hard. They should not do this. It's very painful.
I read this book. Here's the strategy for success of The Secret, right? Go into your house and into a quiet room, draw the shades, and sit on a couch and visualize a big fat check with your name on it. And I want you to imagine that check and just make that check go bigger in your mind and make it real, more real, and just put it out into the ether of the universe, and the law of attraction will take hold. Just think about it. Bullshit, right? Hello? If that's your strategy for success, the only thing that will show up in your mailbox is not the check, it's a freaking eviction notice. The Secret is a load of crap, okay? Do I believe in manifestation? Yeah! Damn straight I do. But you got to take action. So I sat down, I prayed for the check, never came. But when I went out and started taking action, guess what? The check came with an extra couple of zeros.
One of the hardest things when you're trying to affect change is that you've got to start with the customer experience and work backwards to the technology. You can't start with the technology and try to figure out where you're going to try to sell it. And I've made this mistake probably more than anybody else in this room. And I've got the scar tissue to prove it. And I know that it's the case. And as we have tried to come up with a strategy and a vision for Apple, it started with what incredible benefits can we give to the customer? Where can we take the customer? Not starting with, let's sit down with the engineers and figure out what awesome technology we have, and then how are we going to market that. And I think that's the right path to take.
Entrepreneurship is hard. I know it's glamorized right now and everybody thinks you're going to build the next Snapchat and there's all these 20-year-old millionaires. It's hard. It's lonely. You have to love it. You have to be a firefighter. And so I would say proceed, do it, but be realistic. We're living in fairy tale land right now around entrepreneurship. This is a hard game, and we've had a great economy globally for the last 8 years. So I would say be prepared for some punches in the stomach, in the mouth, and other places. And if that sounds great, then proceed. But if you're doing it because you want to be on a yacht in the Caribbean in a couple of months, you're going to lose.
It's easy to give up. You know,
Hell yeah.
Easy. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't going.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I don't feel like going to work. I'm done.
Yeah, man.
It's easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
Everybody has dreams, and as much as you want to be able to listen a little bit, because somebody's going to give you a gem, but nobody knows but you. You can't get advice on what you should do with your life, right? Nobody knows what you are. Like even sometimes you don't really even know what you are. You got to take your shot. And it's like, as much as you want people to agree and you want the people around you to be supporting your dreams and all, it's not going to be like that all the time. You got to do it alone. And people will help you, and when you get the ball rolling, people will jump on. But if you don't believe, nobody else is going to believe. People come along because your belief is so insane, that your belief is so strong, that makes people be like, yo, this crazy ass fool. Like, he might have something. He might have something. You know, you is a little funny. You is a little funny.
Why are you dying, Mama?
It's my time. It's just my time. Oh, now. Don't you be afraid, sweetheart. Death is just a part of life. Something we're all destined to do. I didn't know it, but I was destined to be your mama. I did the best I could.
You did good, Mom.
Well, I happen to believe you make your own destiny. You have to do the best with what God gave you.
What's my destiny, Mom?
You're gonna have to figure that out for yourself. Life is a box of chocolates, Forrest. You never know what you're gonna get.
We are good in our comfort zones, but the moment we start to go blue ocean around our next level of mastery, our fears come up because we're going out into the unknown. It's human. And the true heroes and the true titans and the true masters, those people are not fearless. Those are people who have just practiced walking into their fear and living on the razor's edge consistently to the point where they're comfortable amid their discomfort. And that's the great opportunity for you, not to avoid fear, but to be comfortable in the unknown. What I'm encouraging you to do is every single day do one thing that causes your palms to sweat. Every single day start training your brain to hunt for opportunities to step into that unknown where possibility lives. And if you keep on doing it, you're literally going to build some new neurological hardwiring, a new pathway in your brain where it becomes easier.